Just waiting on YouTube Studio to get going here. Okay, I see myself on YouTube Studio, which means it's time for the picks. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Crazy dog. Oh, excuse me. Crazy dog back with another weekly picks live stream. And can you guys believe it's already week 8 in the NFL? Damn. Week already. We're freaking almost halfway through. The sad part is, before I know it, it's going to be like week 12, week 13. And I'm going to be like, this season's almost over. Where the hell did it go? My God. You know it's going by quick when basketball's starting out. It's like, damn, it's already basketball? Man, the NFL's almost over. Halfway over. Damn. And of course, before I get into the picks, gotta shout out my dudes over at my dudes, Stephen Rose and Max Sports, for putting on these tournaments every year. This honestly might be the last year I do them, but we'll see. With that being said, let's dive right into these picks. So, like it says in the description down below, like, subscribe, bet responsibly. I don't want to be responsible for y'all freaking throwing money around and, spending your freaking life savings on a parlay that you think is gonna bang, but instead it just goes. Before you know it, you have no life savings and you're depressed, and then you have to do some things to prevent yourself from hurting yourself. Don't do that. What is the saying? Be prepared. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose, or something like that. You know, don't go out here spending more than that you can afford to lose. Like a reasonable amount out there, like maybe 100 or so, if you have a lot. You know, or just don't bet like I do. Anyways, let's get on with the picks. Starting with Thursday night football. We got the Minnesota Vikings and the Chargers. Vikings are 3-3. Chargers are 4-3. Vikings lost to the Eagles last week. And the Chargers, they've had some tumultuous times. But, they've been rock solid for the most part, I'd say. Oh, looking at this game, Chargers are 3.5-point favorites at home. Total is 44.5. You could go either way. Sounds like Carson Wentz is starting. Aaron Jones could be back soon. But for the purpose of this, give me the home squad. Give me the Chargers. I just don't know if I can trust Carson Wentz. You know? So yeah, give me the Chargers to win this game. And they will improve to 5-3 overall, 3-2 at home. I could see the Vikings keeping it really close though. But give me the Chargers. Over under 44.5. Give me the over on that one. Yeah, give me the over. Yeah, and two. Oh, wait, hold up. I almost forgot. What's up, Jacob? I almost freaking forgot. I gotta do the freaking description thing like I've always done. Right? I'm so locked on these basketball games. Thursday night football. Yeah, give me the Chargers. Sunday night football, and Monday night football. There we go. All right. So starting off with Sunday, 1:00. Of course, I'm keeping my game until last. Although you guys already know where I'm headed with that one. We got the 1-6 Dolphins, who are ass, versus the 3-3 Falcons. Atlanta 7.5-point favorites at home, 44.5 total over under. This is one of the easiest picks of the freaking week. For anyone who does Survivor, be weary. But honestly, you could probably do this game and feel good about it. Realistically, the Dolphins have so much turmoil going on behind the scenes. This doesn't even seem like the players give a damn anymore. Just watching them against the Browns, it's like, man, they're putting out the littlest amount of effort really you could. They're not just going to go out there and sulk around because they're playing for checks. They're like, nah, whatever. So just careless. And Tua, like I've said many times, he's one hit away from ruining his NFL career for good, ruining his life. Like I've always made this statement that his brain is probably like partially formed Jello, not fully formed. You know, it's where it's solid, but I'm talking Jello that you just made and you've only had it in the fridge for really long enough to where it's barely solid. That's pretty much what Tua's brain is right now with all the hits he's taken. And he's coming off a game where he threw 3 interceptions. In fact, I think he's done that back to back games. He's thrown like 10 picks this year. Talk about careless. Even had a pick six. If the Falcons come out here playing a serious brand of ball, they could blow these guys out. Give me the Falcons by a lot, and I'm going to go over on the total. Bijan Robinson should. If you got Bijan in fantasy, just ride with him. He should have a career game. Look what Quinshawn did to him, did to that defense. Keep in mind, the Browns O-line low-key stinks. Not the whole entire line, just the tackles. John could have a big game. The only way the Falcons lose this game is if Michael Penix replaces the X in his name with an S. And he plays like that because, oh, God. Like, Gabriel took care of the ball. Hey, Michael Penix, you watch what Dylan did. You do that, you'll be good. Unlike us, they got weapons over there. They have Kyle Pitts. They have some good running receivers. Bijan can catch the ball out of the backfield. Oh, man, this is tough, but I'm going to go Falcons. I'm going to go Falcons. What would you do if Atlanta won? If Atlanta won, I mean, if Atlanta lost, she's going to be like, that's Atlanta. Who else but Atlanta? Losing to a 1-6 football team. You know those players, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, out of those players, they want out. They're not going to say it publicly, but in their mind or in privacy of their own establishment, their own like I guess agency, the reps, they're low key being like, I want out of this joint. Get me out of here. I don't care where I go. Just get me out of here. Because Chris Greer just be like, nah, you're not going nowhere. You're stuck here. Like, it kills me. Their GM, and actually, no, Stephen Ross is seeing all this chaos going on, right? All this turmoil. He's sitting back, essentially doing this. He's like, what's that? Turmoil? What turmoil? There's no turmoil. It's fun. What do you mean we're 1-6? I don't care. I got money. Yeah. You see the Miami Hurricanes? Oh, they're amazing. Oh yeah. They win in the natty this year. No. think the Browns are bad. Positionally, this might be the most stable the Browns have been. They hear about turmoil. A lot of players are kind of just angry. They're mad because they ain't finishing the job, right? They're not going to come out here and be like, I'm so happy we're getting our ass beat every week. You don't really see players putting each other under the bus and stuff. And what about Miles? Miles is just not happy with what's going on. It's kind of like a way to give your team a kick in the pants. Say, hey guys, wake up, man. Come on. What are we doing here? We need to be better. I mean, you got Tua over here saying players are late to meetings and they just don't care. That's not a kick in the pants. That's a slap in the face. Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons pretty convincingly over the Dolphins. Wouldn't be surprised if it was like a replay of what we did to them. But give me the Falcons. They're gonna go to 4-3, and then 3-1 at home. Give me the over 44.5, and then I don't even know if Dolphins are gonna cover. But give me Atlanta by a lot. Next, we have the 0-7 Jets and the 3-4 Bungles in Cincinnati. Are we really going to have Joe Flacco versus Tyrod Taylor? Because rumor has it they're going to make a change at quarterback over there. Imagine Tyrod Taylor versus freaking Joe Flacco. Oh, joy. Yeah, I'm going to go the Bungles to win this game. I mean, they could literally go out there and play the worst game of the year and still win. That's how bad the Jets are. If they lose, I know that Bozo Dashy probably not listening to me right now, but let me just say this. If you lose to the freaking winless Jets, I'm going to laugh my ass off at you. I don't even care what happens to us. How would you lose to a winless team? Winless. 0 wins. You be that one. If they end up being the 1-7, I'm going to laugh my ass off. I'm going to be laughing so hard, I'm going to bust a lung. Especially if we turn around and smoke the Jets later on when we play them in a few weeks. Huh. Yeah, the Bengals should easily win this game. The Jets just talk about turmoil. They're even almost as bad as the Dolphins are. Jeez. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bungles to win this game. 6.5 point favorites is kind of low considering the circumstances. 44.5 over under. Give me the over. Give me the Bungles to win at home. They're gonna go to 4-4 and get back to 500 on the year. Here we got a rematch from just 2 weeks ago as the 2-5 Giants and the 5-2 Eagles face off in Philadelphia this time. And yeah, this is going to go way differently, I think. Give me the Birds to get that revenge over the Giants. Giants are going to keep it really close, perhaps uncomfortably close. I just think the Eagles are going to want to get that revenge. I mean, they got embarrassed at MetLife a few weeks ago. That's still going to live in their minds. And by the way, how about the Eagles bringing back Brandon Graham? Dragging him out of retirement. Apparently, word was he was thinking about coming out of retirement even before Zadarius retired. That's crazy, right? But yeah, I'm going to go Birds to get that revenge at home. They're favored by 7.5, 44.5 over under. Yeah, give me the Birds. I could see the Giants covering though. I really could. But which Giants team are we going to get? Are we going to get the one that went up 19-0 on the Broncos? They look like they were going to run away with it. Or are we going to get the one that gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter? That was like two different teams. Which one are we going to get? Hmm? I mean, how do you damn near shut these guys out for a full 4 quarters and then give up 33 in the fourth? Yeah. Browns-ish of them. Even joked. I was like, what is with these teams trying to be like the Browns when it comes to these just freaking gut-wrenching losses? Like, that's supposed to be a Browns thing. But some of these teams, they do it worse than us. 19-point lead, you're dominating, and then all of a sudden it's like they took the defensive intensity and turned it from like an 11 to like a 2. What the hell? You were shutting them out in their place. I know their fans, and I know the Giants fans on Twitter. I know that fan base. I know damn well they had them tweets ready to send, just roasting the Broncos, and then their team just turned to dust. What's up, Duke? Duke A! I got a while before I go into the Cowboys game here, but I'm gonna pick the Birds over the Giants, and they're gonna go to 6-2 on the year and 3-1 overall. Next, we have a very interesting matchup as the Panthers, who are 4-3 overall but 3-0 at home, welcome the 4-2 Bills to town. Buffalo favored by 7.5, total 45.5. I don't know if Bryce Young's gonna play. I think if Bryce Young played, this game would have been very close. But I'm gonna go Bills to win this game on the road. It'll be entertaining at least. I think the Panthers keep it somewhat close. I think the Bills put it away at the end. They're going to win by at least 2 touchdowns, maybe a field goal in there as well. Give me the Bills on the road to win this game. And give me the over as well. Next, we have the 4-2 Bears and the 1-5 Ravens, who possibly could get Lamar back this week. Haven't really heard anything definitive. Baltimore favored by 6.5, total 49.5. Sounds like Lamar could be back based off that spread alone. But I think this would be a very, very entertaining game for everybody watching. I mean, Caleb Williams and that Bears offense looks good. The defense is getting after it. The Ravens have just looked so bad this year. And I think they do make things interesting, but I'm going to go with my upset here. Give me the Bears to shock the Ravens and win this game on the road. Yeah, I'm going with the Bears. Not even just because I want the Ravens to lose, but I think they can do it. They've been playing really well. And the Ravens, they just haven't looked that good since they won against the Browns. They haven't really looked like that. You know, I mean, in fact, I'm pretty sure you can see exactly when they got their chain snatched, which was essentially when Lamar got hurt. They lost their soul when he got hurt. They look like a completely different team. And everyone saw it when the Texans went into their building and smacked them in the freaking face with a frying pan. Not even a frying pan, a cast iron skillet. I'm not talking a little wham, like soft. I mean, they went, and then they hit a grand slam with that freaking thing. They played whack-a-mole with a cast iron skillet. It's their only win, yeah, against us. Against old man Joe Flacco. Lose to the Lions, lose to the Chiefs, lose to the Texans, lose to the Rams. Although they're gonna get right here very soon because after the Bears, they get the Dolphins. And that's 2 games in a week, too. They play the Bears on Sunday, quick week, short turnaround against the Dolphins in Miami, and then they got the Vikings on the road, and then they got the Browns on the road. And the thing about the Ravens in Cleveland, they never play well in Cleveland. They haven't played well in Cleveland in a while. The Browns seemingly always beat them somehow in Cleveland, it seems like. So these next few games are going to be interesting for them, especially we'll see what happens with Lamar. But I'm going to go with the Bears to upset the Ravens. I do think the Ravens probably end up keeping it within a touchdown. The Bears just escape with their lives. And then in terms of the total, give me the over for 49.5. And then Second to last 1 o'clock game of the week. 5-2 Niners, 2-4 Texans in Houston. Houston is 1.5-point favorites. Total 41.5. I'm actually gonna roll with the Niners. The Texans' offensive line is garbage, straight like dumpster butter, trash. And I think, despite the injuries, I think San Francisco gets after CJ Stroud. And yeah, I don't even know if Nico's going to play this week. He got a concussion. Texans are just stinky. They stink. Give me the Niners to win on the road. And then, of course, when it comes to Browns, and by the way, the over under 41.5, I'm actually going to go a little under on that one. Yeah. Give me San Fran and the under. And then, of course, Browns and Patriots. You already know 2-5 Browns, 5-2 Patriots in New England. Pats are favored by 6.5, total 40.5. I picked the Patriots to win because we haven't won there since 1992. In fact, we've never won at Gillette Stadium. And I think the Patriots win, but I think the Browns could keep it close. But I just don't know if we can do it. I'd be shocked if they do it, though. I'd love to see it. I want them to prove me wrong. But I'm going Patriots. And then for the 4 o'clock games, starting with the 4:05 games, we have the Bucks and the Saints in New Orleans. This is easy. Give me the Bucks. Give me Tampa. The Saints are just not very good, obviously. Bucks are favored by 3.5, total 46.5. Give me Tampa. Give me the over. Tampa Bay. Locking it in the description. There we go. Moving on. Here we go, Duke. We got your Cowboys and the Broncos. Cowboys, of course, are 3-3-1, 1-3 on the road. Broncos are 5-2, 3-0 at home. CeeDee Lamb is back, and their run game is very sus over there in Dallas, not like it used to be. The Broncos have one of the best defenses in the NFL, and man, I mean, Denver favored by 3.5, total 51.5. Honestly, I could go either way, but I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Sorry, Duke. I'm going Denver and the over. Give me Denver. I mean, Denver has got one of the best defenses in the NFL. Pat Surtain against CeeDee Lamb. It's gonna be showtime. But I just don't know if I can trust their run game. And J.K. Dobbins is a dog. He's a Buckeye. Can the is Diggs gonna play this week? Because I heard he actually got in an accident and he didn't play. They did roll over the freaking Commanders, though. That was impressive. But yeah, I gotta go with Broncos at home. Broncos are a freaking wagon this year. Give me Denver in a very close one, probably by less than a touchdown. But I'm gonna go Denver and the over. And then 4:25, the final game of the afternoon. Probably another one of the easier picks to make. 1-6 Titans and the 6-1 Colts. Colts are favored by 2 touchdowns, 14.5. Total 47.5. Give me Indy and the over. Easiest pick of the week right there. Indy and the over. For Sunday night football, we got Aaron Rodgers facing his original team for the first time ever in Pittsburgh. 4-1 Packers. A lot of ones in that category. 4-1 overall. 1-1 on the road. Steelers are 4-2 and 2-1 at home. The Steelers lost that nail biter to the Bungles on Thursday night last week. A game that they were leading late in the game. And then they let the Bengals march right on down the field and take the lead on them. And, and Aaron Rodgers tried his classic Hail Mary magic. Didn't work out that time. And they lost to Joe Flacco in the Unk Bowl. Now you got Jordan Love against the guy he followed up, his predecessor. And I'm going to go with the Packers to win this on the road. Packers are favored by 3.5, total 44.5. Give me Green Bay. Give me the over on Sunday Night Football. Hail to the yeah. I'll be back after we beat them. All right, Duke. Hope to see you come back for that. Hope the Cowboys honestly prove me wrong, but can't go against Denver. They're pretty damn good this year. You know how I am. If you know me, you know I hate Denver. But they're just a wagon this year. It's hard to pick against them. I'm hoping I jinx Denver and they get smoked, but nah, I just don't know if that'll happen. And then on Monday night, we got one game this week. 8:15 in Arrowhead, of course. Again, they love to go to Arrowhead. Seems like every other week there's a primetime game at Arrowhead. 8:15, 3-4 Commanders, 4-3 Chiefs. Speaking of Dallas, the Commanders just got their butt waxed by the freaking Cowboys. And the Chiefs, well, they shut down the Raiders. They goose egged them 31-0. And I'm gonna have to roll with the Chiefs on this one. They look completely different now. And I just don't know if the Commanders are going to be able to keep up, especially if Jaden Daniels doesn't play. Because I don't know what his status is. So I'm going to go Kansas City to win on Monday Night Football. They're favored by 10.5, total 47.5. Give me Kansas City and the over on that one. By the way, I'm going to go Packers and I'm going to go over in that game. So there you have it. Those are my picks. And again, picks are in the description down below for purposes of writing them down if you're, Max Sports or Stephen Rose. And that's going to wrap it up. I will be live tomorrow, twice. First, I'll be live sometime in the afternoon for a little Cavs season preview thing, Quickly go over the roster, see what things look like. Give my thoughts on the team itself. And then I'll be live tomorrow night for Cavs and Knicks. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. See you guys tomorrow. Cavs basketball is back. And let's get it. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and bet responsibly. Bye-bye. Yeah.